black men. I'm like, black men ain't checking for me.
That's what she told me.
Legit. Like, no, they're not checking for me. And I kind of had to like check myself because it's like, are they really not checking for you or are you not checking for them? And to validate your reason for dating outside your race, you just blame it on them. And so once I did like start like focusing like, okay, let me be open to this, they were checking and they were really checking. I realized that the standards I held for black men were way higher than what I held for other races. And I literally had to like double down on myself. Like, girl, you tripping. What's the reason behind all of this?
What was the reason?
You feel me? And I think it was just like having a black father who wasn't like the example of the black man I wanted, at least in his marriage with my mother. So for me, it was just like, all right, you got to be like 10 times in comparison to what I'm settling for with these white men.
Hey, welcome to another show of No Excuse Reactions. I am your host, the King Shadow. Now, I got this clip from the Daily Wrap-Up crew. You can get they at in the descriptions. But they usually have some girls on there. There's usually 3 guys, and they have a discussion about something or other. So I ran across this one. Now, they had a clip of a girl that they actually had there that was doing an interview somewhere else. Didn't really get, it's like a shortcut. I didn't even watch the whole thing yet. But you saw the clip at the beginning. She literally was skipping over men just because she felt that, you know, the other races was doing better for her. And then she noticed that black men was looking for her. And she just was shaking them off. She noticed that. Now, when she gets on this show, things kind of sound weird and different to me, but we're going to walk through this slowly, dissect it. Stay tuned. Watch this.
Because that was me, y'all.
That was? Oh, okay.
She looked a little familiar.
You did look a little.
Okay, yeah. So I was making excuses. My first boyfriend was black. I'm a be real with y'all.
How old was that?
I was 16 to like 17 and a half. And then after that, I had a girlfriend. She was black too. And then
Two for two.
Two for two. I started off strong, you know? And then I feel like once I like ventured out into Manhattan and I got into the hospitality industry, because that's where I work, I just kept on meeting white men who were just like flabbergasted by the way I looked.
Even
And
racist motherfuckers
I was making
will try to
excuses.
hit
Like
your
I
shit
was
and you
not
just
checking
jump
for black
for it.
men. If a black man tried to
Stupid.
talk to me, I would be like, no. Like, but also it was the ones like on the street. Like, God.
Hey, yo.
Excuses. They go to
Excuses. I was
When I
making
say
excuses.
Bob was better. All right, so y'all heard that, right? So she started off with a black guy. Then she flip-flop bunny hop to a black girl. Then she started going all the way out. All the way out. Now, she obviously said she was holding black man to a higher standard 10 times more than the counterparts. Why is that? Why is that? Now, some people say, oh, they had bad relationships and all that shit. And we're going to get into this. Yes, I did watch the video. I didn't want anything too raunchy or fucked up on my shit. So, yes, I did watch the video before, but I got to get the reaction because it's good for the conversation. I'm talking a little bit fast because I don't want the video to run too long. So, she had 2 black people already. But she still felt like she wanted to spread out. Let's keep in this.
Why do you think that women always come to a realization that they need to change things after they have children? Like, what is it about?
I would say that was a specific. My intention wasn't like, I have a kid now, let me, blah, blah, blah. It was like, there's this black man who's interested in me and he You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I like what I'm seeing. The conversation's great. He was the example of the black man that I wanted to be with compared to the ones who were trying to talk to me in the past, if that makes
Okay.
sense.
Okay, so he just asked that question. After you had the kid, why is it girls after they have the kids and stuff, then they start wanting to look for the better person? And as you saw, she tried to put out a little explanatory there that this and this and that and that. Why weren't you looking for them qualities at first? Okay, let's put that to the T right there. You had a baby with a Mexican nigga. Okay, the baby wasn't full black; it was Mexican. So you had a baby with a Mexican nigga. Okay, before you even fully gave your people a chance. And then the thing is, you even said that fucking that'd be killing me. All right, so with the whole point of I was getting to right here is that she now looks at the black person to be a stepdaddy. Now she looks at this dude to be stepdaddy, and she says she's not, but it really is. Because after you have a kid, you get a little bit more value oriented, or you go way and just try to get rid of it. You feel me? There's only two sides of the spectrum. Either you're gonna take the responsibility, or you're gonna try to get rid of it. And if you take the responsibility, you're gonna feel the weight of that responsibility, and you're gonna start to understand that you need some help somewhere. You know what I mean? And you can try to justify and say, "Oh, I don't have them in my kid's life and stuff like that." Bullshit. At some point in time, if you get serious with this dude, they're gonna interact with your kids. At some point in time, when you're getting serious with this dude, you're gonna ask this dude to do something monetary, emotionally, or substantially for this child that ain't theirs. So stop trying to make that excuse and justify what you're saying. No. Look for the good qualities first instead of them gutter niggas. Like you said, you were fucking with gutter niggas. Look for the good qualities first. But let's keep going.
I was making excuses.
They was homeless or something? Like, yo, like,
not homeless, but
we got our second
not
boo.
homeless. Wait, what? They
on
were
the
not
street. She
homeless.
had to
They
specify.
was hugging the block.
They were hugging the block. Exactly.
Is that what you assumed, or that's what you know?
Or did you see them like?
I mean, I'm from Canarsie, so it's like.
Okay, one thing. It doesn't matter where you from. There's a gutter everywhere. Okay? So, them hugging the block niggas and shit, so that's all you would see. That's all you paid attention to. So the ones you gave a chance, were those kind? Really? This is why you still single now? Let's keep going.
After I had my child from a Mexican man, because my child's father is not black either, I was like, hold on, what am I doing? Like, I'm attracted to them. They're attracted to me. They're trying to talk to me, and I'm just not giving them the chance. And like I said, I really had to like be real with myself and hold myself accountable as to why I wasn't open to dating them.
So as I said, she had a baby by a Mexican dude who she's not with now. Fell out for some fucking reason. I don't know the backstory, but I'm just saying. She's not with the Mexican dude no more. And then, after she done fucked up, had a baby by somebody that didn't give a fuck, then she wants to hold herself accountable. You need to start doing that before you fuck up. Hold yourself accountable for what you're doing, how you viewing the world, how you viewing certain people. You lump summing people ain't gonna help shit, as you see. Keep going on the example.
So I wouldn't say there was anything to do with my child, honestly, because she is black in my eyes, yes, but her father's not black, so it wasn't that.
So the guy that you said is the example of what you wanted, that's what made you have the epiphany?
Yeah, I was like, oh, there are black men out there with
Oh my God.
with what I want. Like, I'll be
With the
honest.
qualities that you want.
Yeah.
There are some
I want to hear what y'all want to say.
about dating
White
Do
people?
you think that people make excuses
100%.
to justify dating outside their race? Yeah.
100%.
Okay. Why you think that?
Well, I feel like mostly people say things as like, I didn't find what I was looking for here. So I decided to open up my, my circle, which I guess makes sense in, in actuality. Like, obviously, if you're not finding what you want to find, maybe you should be open to, other opportunities.
Right.
I'm sorry, just other options rather. But I do think that it's mostly a lot of women making excuses. Like, I don't want to have to they use the worst almost stereotypes about Black men as an excuse to why they date outside of their race. And that's what really gets me. Because I grew up around a lot of great Black men. And so that's not my experience. And so when I hear a lot of women talking like that, it really irritates me, to be honest. So that's what I have to say about it.
Hey, yo. So y'all heard that, right? You heard the question and everything? Now, she's a perfect counterpart to what the other girl was saying. She had good examples of real Black men. You feel me? Good examples. So she don't see all Black men that can be in fuck-ups and shit like that there. She don't look for that shit. She look for the good examples and the man she wants. Okay? Now the other girl, she even stated that she had bad examples from her dad. Now, the thing is, we don't know entirely what the bad example was, but some girls do take that a little bit too far. They think they know what the fuck relationship is when they're children and carry that shit to their adult life when they shouldn't. Your parents' relationship is not your fucking problem. That's not yours. That's nothing you should be even worried about. Just like parents, your kids' relationship is not your problem. The only problem it is if you know they're getting suckered or something like that out of their money and shit from an older person. Like if they're young and don't know nothing yet, and you know an older person's gonna fully taking advantage of him or her. Those kind of things you want to step in on. But if they grown in their 30s and up, leave them alone. They're no longer kids. And with females, even then, when they get up to like 30s and up, nowadays, they still need guidance. Because nowadays, with the whole statistics of no daddy in the home or fucked up person in the home that's not your daddy, a lot of girls got daddy issues, okay? Guys, you're gonna have to bear with that shit. Deal with it! But she gave a perfect counterpart to what the other girl was saying. Let's continue.
I think familiarity creates contempt. Like if you're too close to someone and then your experiences with them are just bad, like you have like two bad boyfriends or whatever, or two bad girlfriends, then that is how you kind of view that whole experience with like Black people or Black men or Black women, whatever, when dating. So even though that might not be the case, that might be like the fourth person might be the greatest person you ever be with, but you won't give that person a chance because it's two experiences you have, or just like exactly. You're just like, I'm turned off to this.
How is that like any different from dating from racist people, right? How is that any different from the white lady that's like, yeah, I had too many bad experiences with Black people, so now I'm just racist? Like, how is that any different from that? I really don't see like that, like how that's any different, to be honest.
Why that light-skinned girl get on her ass like that? Why she get on her like that? She right though, but why she get on her like that? Okay, now, the first girl, you're right too. Here's the thing of, I personally run with the 3-strike rule, but a lot of people usually do this. You feel me? You had two, or even one, if it was bad enough, experience with one person who's of a certain race and a certain type, certain sign, or you know what I mean? They lock that off the list. Like, man, I never want one of them motherfuckers again. He's fucking retarded. But that kind of thinking is stupid. Not everybody the same, no matter if they're born the same day, raised the same way. There's a lot of different things that goes into making a person individual. So the other girl chimed in on that flaw because when she was trying to explain it, she was getting shaky, and the other girl just knock the legs from under her. It's like, man, a racist motherfucker could do that shit too. She got her ass. Let's keep going.
Experience is bad.
No, I was gonna say my black boyfriend.
He
He
was
set the
amazing.
fucking standard for everyone else. Like he was everything. It was me who was like, I'm young. Let's see what's out there.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, he wanted to wife you up right now in high school.
Yeah.
Hey, yo. That's it. That always gives me a tear right there. When someone shoved their own foot up their own ass. Oh my God. She already said. She said that she fucked it up. She walked away because she wanted to be free and explore. Then she turns around and said, that nigga with the tip top, he with the pinnacle, he set the bar. Okay? And then dude went and said, oh, he wanted to wipe you up. But run it back.
He wanted to wife you up right now in high school.
Yeah. Pretty much.
He wanted to wipe you. Hey, you wanted to be free and throw pussy everywhere. Free just like a cat. And just went alley cat with it. And so every time Dick and Harry done been up in that shit and tore your back walls out. Now you want to come back to the brothers thinking they gonna be still wanting that shit. No. If you're going for your race, then go for your race. You feel me? This guarantee somebody. Well, you gotta stop having this impossible bullshit. Like, that shit right there is retarded. Let's continue.
Everybody think-
Wait.
So
Hold on.
everybody think
Made in
that-
Manhattan.
So she said she said to me, well, white men.
Sad.
She said white men are more romantic. I said, how would you know that? You ever dated one? No, they just are. So you automatically assume that most white men, you know, it's almost like this Jesus complex that some black women have, and men.
It's the white savior.
Yeah, like, you know, it's like, oh, well, he must be, you know what I mean, the greatest guy. All the romantic Christian Greys and all the, bro, these dudes be riding city
That shit
bikes.
was 50 Shades of Doe.
And this is another thing that I went to about the standard, holding them to a higher standard. There's white dudes living in Williamsburg, living in rooms, riding city bikes,
Facts.
right?
Skateboards.
But like
Not
these, you
skateboards,
gotta have a car
skateboards,
off the rip,
But
by
the
the way.
black man gotta have the car, the Benz, the
Facts.
BMW.
And you can't
like,
live in your mom's crib.
can't live in your mom's crib.
They
Like,
live
so,
with 16
And it
dudes
can't
in
be
one room.
leased. You have to buy it. It has to be bought in cash. in
so
full.
like I said, there is a,
All right, so it turned into being like a black and white thing. It's just racial relationships, but they kind of stay focused on the black because they all black, and then, you know, they tend to get mostly black on their show to talk about it. So they're talking about the black relationships, which we do need to talk about it because right now a lot of black people's relationships are kind of faulty. And that goes on both sides. I ain't gonna really take sides. Okay? But understand, there's a lot of girls with that Jesus complex. As the other girls was actually agreeing with. There's girls out there that sees a white man or a Mexican man better than a black man. Sorry, but doesn't matter the color of your skin. An asshole. A pussy's a pussy, and a bitch is a bitch. If you pick up one in a man's body, expect to get what you get. It doesn't matter. But let's go. Right back to it.
you know, men and women, black men and women, they often do that to each other. Like I know a lot of black men that will say, oh, black women are too, you know, aggressive, too ghetto, this, that, and the third. That's why I name me a Becky or whatever the case is. And then vice versa. So it often comes down to the people that, you know, they have their limited, you know, not everybody, you can't possibly have dating every black man in the world to know that all black men ain't shit or they this, that, and the third. So I'll be like, yo, who'd you date? Yeah, I had this one guy, he cheated on me, niggas ain't shit. I'm like, bro, you came to that conclusion over one person, like, you know what I'm saying?
Now I want a girlfriend.
That's what Sis was saying. That's exactly what
I also had a black woman who, because of the media and how white men are portrayed in media and romantic movies.
I was gonna get into it.
All right. You heard it. You heard him. He was getting on guys for a half a second, Then he steered it right back to the females. But I'm not gonna lay off that one. Okay, guys do it too. Okay, and the white girl ain't gonna be like that, all raunchy and ratchet and shit. But if you people don't understand everything we do, they mimic. Everybody takes something from everybody. So instead of just listening to their words and believing what the fuck they say, listen to their actions, see what they do. And I tell you, if you with the hoe or pussy or whatever the whatnot, you feel? Read the book. Don't just judge the cover. Keep going.
And she just judging them off like they might be dressed a certain way. I don't know how you judging them. I'm just saying.
Hey, yo, ma, what's up? Let me talk to you.
So every
You ugly anyway.
so every
The fuck-
nigga that
like,
came up to you was, hey yo, ma, let me talk to you.
It was always like that.
Majority.
Like,
that happens a lot. If we're being honest as women, that does happen a lot.
It does.
And
But
And I often do see black women put black men in a box as well. Like he has to fit a certain stereotype. You got to be a thug. You got to be hood, super masculine. You know what I mean? Like tattoos with the 6 feet. Like, and then I see y'all date Chad, and bro, that nigga look like I don't
totally
know.
different.
He's the opposite. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm talking about, oh, but he loves me and he treats me like a. I'm like, bro, but you wasn't looking for that in black
Speak on
men.
it.
Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? So,
Speak
like I
on
said,
it.
and I'm not just gonna blame black women because like,
Honestly, a lot of it came down when I think about it now was, I'll be very honest and very real. White men let me explore my sexuality. Like,
Oh.
that's all I have to say on that.
Wait.
Okay.
No,
That's
no,
all I
no,
have to say.
No. We just warned you about
Okay, okay.
Now, when you say they
Here
let
we
you
go, y'all.
explore,
Oh, shit.
what exactly were you exploring?
Dora, Dora the Explorer.
I wanted to be a dominatrix, so things I knew would not.
You definitely
be
gotta go to a
okay.
white dude for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Anyway, I was just like, no, I'm not gonna go to black men with this. Like, they're not even into this shit. So let me go take advantage of white men, and then when I'm ready to settle down, I'm gonna come back home.
So, are you getting it out your system?
She did it
Yeah.
for slavery.
So,
pretty
did you
much.
get out your
you
system?
reverse
did.
slavery, like,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so I doubled up on that one. So on the first, he was talking about, you know, the girl was passing up shit. She was passing up people. And then she said, it's only the ones that go, hey, yo, ma, hey, let me talk to you. You ugly anyways. Yeah, them gutter niggas. They don't really give a fuck. They just try to stick and go. You know? Okay. But she is also capping. Because you know damn well, not all them niggas approach that same fucking way. Okay? There are a good couple of them that approach nicely, like a gentleman. Like, miss, can I talk to you for a minute? You know what I mean? Can I get your number, attention, you know, something? You know, he came out a little bit with different swagger and shit like that. And it ended up being bullshit? No, she didn't even take your offer. You know what I'm saying? It's like, cap all the fucking way. Cap. All the fucking way. The other nigga, he's right on that notion too. You feel me? You see it all the time if you actually look for it. Black guy they were with, thuggish to the core. You feel me? Nigga. And the next you see them with the doinkiest white dude you ever seen. Not even a fit dude, no. Doinky, nerdy, chubsters, like way out of the niggas league chubsters, you know what I mean? And you gave that nigga a chance instead of someone in your race. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. Let's continue.
So no, I can't even entertain it. And that's just my reality. So like I said, I was in the city meeting these white men. If I was meeting a nice
But even a black man in the city, you was still looking at them like they
no,
was
that's not
dogs.
true. They were not checking for me in the city.
Her voice it went up a couple of decimals, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, because I have to be
Lord.
very specific. Okay.
So the black men in the city were not checking for you.
No.
Let me ask you a question. These white men that you met in the city,
Mhm.
were you shooting your shot at them or were they shooting your
No,
shot
I
at
don't
you?
shoot my shot.
Okay. I do find black women are easy. They will shoot their shot to a white man. They will start a conversation with the nigga. You know
So
what I mean?
you wasn't giving them the look, or Oh, you know
Where's
what I
that
mean?
statistic
No.
at?
Ain't no statistic. Like,
Hey, yeah. Is it me or did anybody else hear the nigga come out of that bitch for a second? She tried to put the stamp on it, saying that she didn't, damn well she was doing exactly that. That's why she had to get aggressive, because nigga was right. Girls always get aggressive when niggas get right because they want to make it into a fight. Hey! Even the other girl next to her went like, ooh, wait a minute, where'd that come from? Blow, 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 that prune face. Ah, that shit was funny. Let's continue.
As women, we understand that that's just a certain percentage of men.
Yeah. And you have to look at the environment also. Like I said, like this was in Canarsie, Brooklyn. First of all, I'm not even allowed to talk to anyone where I live. That's just based on the G code of my cousins who are like, I may possibly know your older cousin who's like known in the neighborhood.
So, yeah, she ain't lying. That is actually smart on her part. Cardinal rule of Street Game 101. You do not fuck with your brother's associates. If he says that's my bruh, that's my friend, this is my homie, this is my dude, off fucking limits. Okay? Because when you mix family with money, it gets a little ugly. Okay? Especially when it's dirty money. Okay? They were smart. They were looking after her ass. You feel me? She had older brothers that actually taught her to, no, not here. We stomp too hard over here. No. I know what every nigga around here disease is, and I don't want to see you with that shit. Go somewhere else. Okay? Niggas would rather be surprised you going off on a trip and fucking with a random ass nigga you never heard of. Okay? Doesn't matter if he's from a separate gang or whatever the fuck. I'd rather be someone I have never fucking heard of.